Ukraine's war against Russia's full-scale invasion is about to enter its fourth year. The conflict will top the agenda as hundreds of world leaders and delegates attend the Munich Security Conference starting Friday. It's the first major global summit for the new Trump administration in Washington.
We are very happy that we will have a strong representation of both the administration of the new American government there, as well as representation from Congress.
The U.S. delegation includes Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Vance is scheduled to meet Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Zelensky said this week he shared a common vision with the Trump administration.
Of course, there may be different opinions, but a common vision of the main things, of how to stop Putin and how to give guarantees of security to Ukraine and Ukrainians.
Washington wants a quick end to the war, but it's not clear how that might happen. In a Fox News interview Tuesday, President Trump said Ukraine, quote, may be Russian someday, or they may not be Russian someday. Allies hope to maintain Trump's support for European and Ukrainian security, says analyst Charles Grant of the Centre for European Reform.
He hasn't threatened to pull out of NATO, hasn't said he's going to cut off all aid for Ukraine. One of the issues that will come up in Munich is to what extent the Europeans should help to keep the peace if there is a ceasefire in Ukraine.
Russia has not been invited to this year's Munich conference. Neither has Iran. China is sending a large delegation, with Asia-Pacific security also high on the agenda. This week, the US Navy sailed 2 warships through the Taiwan Strait, prompting an angry response from Beijing. China has ramped up military activity around Taiwan in recent months. China considers Taiwan a breakaway province. Taipei considers the island a sovereign state. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio is due to hold a trilateral meeting with allies Japan and South Korea in Munich. Conflict in the Middle East will also top the agenda. Trump's repeated suggestion that Palestinians should leave Gaza and the United States take control of the territory has won support from Israel, but prompted strong criticism from other allies, notes Grant.
It's very disruptive and creates a lot of ill feeling between European and many other governments and the US.
Conflicts in Sudan and the Democratic Republic of Congo will also be discussed. Climate change, energy security and artificial intelligence will also be hot topics across the 3-day conference. Henry Ridgwell, VOA News.